Today I'm exploring how to use Proquest Education journals. So to start off with, I've decided not to go with the basic search but to explore the advanced search functions that Proquest has to offer. Now the reason that I like the advanced search options on Proquest is because they separate out the Boolean operators and it's quite easy to put in the different parts of the search because of this. So as my ILA focuses on history, I'm going to put that as my first search term. Secondly, I'm looking at guided inquiry or inquiry learning within the history KLA. So I'm going to put in inquiry learning or guided inquiry. Just as this will open up the search a bit and look for both of those terms. And I also want to look for high school, as that's the age of the students that I'm working with. Or, once again, to open up the search a bit more, I'm going to put in secondary. So I've got some synonyms there. Okay, we're going to search for that and see how that works out. That's brought up 619 results, so there's quite a few results with that as the search. If we have a look through the search results, the first one is about pre-service and early childhood teachers, so straight away that doesn't ring a bell for me. There's a couple of Kilthau journals there, which I've already used previously, but that's good to know. Designing an online community. There's quite a few websites here which include the words guided inquiry or inquiry learning or high school, but they don't actually specifically relate to what I'm looking at, which is inquiry learning within the history classroom context. So I think what that means is that it's a good idea to modify my search, particularly because I've got so many results. I think I need to work on that a little bit more. So if we click modify search up the top here, I noticed that quite a few of those articles were just an extract. So I'll click full text so that I can get only those texts which I have access to the full text. Also, one of the great features within the advanced search with Proquest is this drop-down box to the right, which says where you want to find the words within the article. So I'm looking specifically for inquiry learning and I want that to be the focus of the text. So if it's in the title of the text, that makes me think that that will be a focus within that journal. So I'm going to click inquiry learning or guided inquiry within the document title, and I only want the full text. And I'll see if that focuses it in a little bit more, because with some of the search results before, the words inquiry learning and guided inquiry were just within the body of the text. Now that's brought it down to 7 results. Once again, those 2 Kilthau texts, which is good. A narrative inquiry. If we look down to number 7 here, primary sources and inquiry learning, it's speaking about history-specific context, and particularly in my ILA, history and primary sources. That's something that I really want to look at. So that looks like it could be quite a good journal for me to have a look at. And if we look in here, the questions that the students came up with in their history inquiry is central to what is being explored in this paper, and the further questions that students come up with. So, and then there's a detailed inquiry, detailed explanation of what inquiry learning is and how it relates to history. So that looks like, to me, that's going to be a really good journal article for me to use in preparing for my ILA. So that refining my search by using the full text and also the title only for inquiry learning and guided inquiry, that's produced a much more refined and better selection of text for me to look at.